about sugar, I mean like granulated sugar, but we're also going to go into like high fructose corn syrup and artificial sweeteners, and then we'll be talking at the end about natural sweeteners and all the many options out there, so you guys, you know, aren't left with nothing. You know, you can take something with you, that's important. So pretty much, the first sugar refinery came to the States in 1689 with the colonists. And the colonists and other earlier civilizations were using more of the natural sweeteners, such as maple syrup or molasses, you know, or honey. You know, honey was, of course, a big one for many, many years. But then the sugar refinery came in 1689. And pretty much what they did was they took the cane plant and the beet plant and then separated their sugars from those and refined them so much that they actually turned into simple sugars. So the simple sugar that the cane and beet got refined to is called sucrose. And pretty much sucrose is made of two things, fructose and glucose. Okay? So just put F and G. And so the colonists love this. This was a different sugar compared to the other ones they were using. You know, they really, really liked it. And so what happened was, in the course of 10 years, the colonists were consuming about 4 pounds of sugar per person per year. How many pounds do you think people consume today?
20.
20? 50? 40. 40?
Per year?
Per year.
Probably just like a year.
Yeah, you're on the right track. Hold on, Jason. The average person in America today consumes 150 pounds of sugar a year.
One person?
One person.
Oh,
That means you have to be consuming 1 teaspoon of sugar every hour for 24 hours, every day for the year. That's pretty incredible. You know, and people wonder, well, how is that possible? We're not eating dessert for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know, well, what happens is that what's called the standard American diet. What are most people eating these days?
Processed fast food.
Yeah, processed foods. So, processed foods. And a lot of people say, well, you know, what does that mean? Well, pretty much what that means is that the processed foods that most people are consuming, they do have a major sugar in them, and it's called high fructose corn syrup. Now, high fructose corn syrup is a cornstarch that's been modified to increase the fructose content, and then glucose is added to it. So it's kind of similar to granulated, where it has the fructose and the glucose, okay? But it's put into processed foods, and it's very easy to use. So a lot of the most popular form of high fructose corn syrup is high fructose corn syrup 55. HFCS 55. And that one is found in soda. Okay, because that's a very, very sweet form of high fructose corn syrup. See, they can change the levels of the sweetness depending on how much fructose and how much glucose there is in it. So HFCS 55 is in soda. And then all the other foods, from tomato sauces to wheat crackers to toothpaste to baby formula. Baby formula has high fructose corn syrup in it. And that's not cool at all. That contains high fructose corn syrup, I believe it's HFCS 48. You know, it's in the 40s. So it's not as sweet, so you really can't tell it's there. You know, so there might be a tinge of a sweet kind of flavor, but it's not all out sweet food. So it's really hard to see or to taste. So why is it that